So, welcome to Financial Freedom through 3D printing and other creative ideas. So, first things first, here's my first idea. What we do is we make a plan. So, the plan is not about what we can 3D print, but the plan is to focus us on what we need to do, right? So, let's write down how much money we want to be making. So apart from your regular job, if you have one, how much more extra money do you actually want? Like, put an actual number on that money. Like, really actually think about it and write down a number that you want to be making. If you don't have a job, write down your expenses and then write down above that, how much money you want to be making. Now write that down. So after you write that down, you're going to see that it's probably a big number, and that might scare you. It scared me. So what's my number? My number is $3,000, right? That's my number. So that includes all my expenses and then some money to invest back in, either 3D printing stuff or some other kind of investment, right? We're just starting, so we're not there on the thinking what we're going to invest in yet, but we are there trying to focus on our goal. So I know that's a lot of money. It seems like a lot of money, and you're thinking like, well, how am I supposed to get there? So what we can do is break that down to a per day amount. So then that way you have a goal per day to try and make a certain amount of money, and that money will be obviously extremely less than the whole monthly budget that you have, and that will help you focus and see that this is actually doable, right? So let's see how much money that is. So for me, that's $100 per day, right? $100 per day, like that's super doable, right? Let's think about it. If I work for 10 hours, then I only have to make $10 per 10 hours to make $100 per day. But here's my thing, right? I don't want to go out and try to get a regular job. One, because of the whole COVID thing, people aren't hiring and people are actually being let go. Although I do think that there's enough money to go around for us to sell things. I really do think that people with money want to buy things, and we want to learn what those things are so that we can supply them and get that money, right? And so first thing is, I don't want to go out and get a regular job. That's going to be like my last option. It's going to be go out and get a regular job. What I want to do is I want to work either here from home so I can spend tons of time with my family, right? Financial freedom to me is spending time with my family. That's the other thing. You got to figure out what financial freedom means to you. What is it that you actually concrete want? Like, don't just be like, hey man, I want to be a baller, or I want to be a millionaire. No, like, what does that mean? Like, you want to travel a lot? Like, you want to own your house? I don't know. Whatever it means, let's work towards that goal, right? So for me, the goal is to spend time with my family. So I either want to work here from home or have something that's residual, right? That I can forget about, that makes me money, that then I can spend my time with my family. So let's get back to it. We wrote down that number, right? So what's your number? Figure it out. So $10 per hour, like that's nothing. That's super doable, and we can do that. And for you, it might be, $10 after your regular job, and that's super doable too. Like $10 per hour after your regular job, we can do that. So let's start trying to figure things out and ideas. So don't forget, write that stuff down. See how much money you want to be making. Break it down per day, right? So take that money divided by 30 and then see per day how much money do I have to make. And let's start brainstorming on what we can sell to make that money. Thank you guys. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe.